The following podcast is a Lady K Enterprises production.
Lady K.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for all women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be speaked upon, such as relationships, personal development, health and wellness, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is an international speaker, two-time Amazon best-selling author, and a life coach, Kalima, aka Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in into this episode of Too Far. And today is going to be talking about how far is too far with buying your kids certain gifts at their, and also the appropriate age, and does it make sense? Now, the other day, the episode was about minding yours, and it was minding your own money. And in that episode, I said, yes, you do have to mind your own business, what people do with their money. But I also included in that episode that when it comes to principles, we can talk about that. We can elaborate more because that's a little bit different. And what I want to start by talking about is Kylie Jenner. And for those who don't know, that's Kim Kardashian's younger sister. And what Kylie Jenner did was buy her 1-year-old daughter a diamond ring. And the baby is only 1 year old. Now, granted, yes, we probably all feel like, why would she buy a 1-year-old a diamond ring and put it on her finger? Like, the baby has no concept of what that is. The baby can lose it. But of course, we want to hope and pray that she had common sense and she only put it on the baby's finger just to put it out on social media, and she's not actually letting her walk around the house with it, because we all know that would be silly. So I want to kind of bring up today, what are some of the things that you actually have bought your kids that has no value, and with that money that you bought this no value gift, something that you could have done better for them. And I hope this can actually put you in a position to think a little bit further. Now, of course, Kylie got the money, she can blow. But it makes no sense for people who are struggling, for people who worked very hard for their coins, for people who are probably a few or one paycheck away from brokenness. You understand? Like, you buy correction, you plan a sweet 16 for your daughter, right? You spend a couple of thousands on her. The party is beautiful. She has great memories. But you have no money for her college funds. You tell your children, oh, I ain't paying for your college. You better get you a scholarship. Now, granted, I understand sometimes you cannot afford college, but I also think it doesn't make no sense for you to invest. And I know some people, they invested hefty into their children's Sweet 16. Unless you set it up where, similar to, I believe, the Jewish people, where they have the bar mitzvah and they put it together, but in return, the children get funds, and that funds can go to a business, or it's going to help the child in the future. You understand? It makes no sense for you to spend anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 and then you have nothing for that child. And you put the pressure on them and say, hey, you better, pay for your own college. First of all, your kids didn't ask to be here. That's part of your responsibility. I understand you want them to have a scholarship. I understand you sacrifice for them. I understand that stuff. But when I'm talking about when you come out the woodwork to put on this extravaganza party when you could have took half of the money? Not to say that you can't give your child a party, not to say that you can't make their dreams come true. Absolutely, yes, you can. But let me tell you something. Your child will appreciate if you say, you know what, mommy, we don't have a lot, but we're going to make it happen. Or daddy and I don't have a lot, but we're going to make it happen. We can't give you everything we want because we want to make sure that your college education is funded for, because that's more important. Not to say that this party is not, but baby girl, we have time to throw you more parties. Your 21st birthday, your 25th birthday, your 30th birthday will come. You understand? I understand a sweet 16 is dear. I understand that. But again, we got to train ourselves a little better because we do silly stuff with our money. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not just dogging on you. I'm talking to myself first, because I done did some silly stuff with my money. But I had to think about it, analyze, why did I do that? I wasted money when I could have put it into that. And we beat ourselves up later and we're like, you know what, that was really silly. So when you recognize and you acknowledge that you could have did something different with your funds, and that's the whole point that I'm trying to get you to think about, then it's like, okay, let me reconsider doing something different for my child so I can make sure that they are set up correctly. Kylie has money to waste on a diamond ring, even though it makes no sense. It may be silly, but she has the money. But at the same time, too, what principles are you teaching your children? What are you sitting down with them and saying to them? What do you say? Did you say, hey, daughter, let me tell you something. Mommy loves you so much that you said that, and here's another avenue. You said you didn't really want to go to college, right? You said you have aspiration of owning your own business. So mommy's going to take that money and I'm going to start your LLC. Or mommy's going to take that money and I'm going to actually send you to a business class. Something like that. Your kids may be a little bit mad they didn't get the glamorous thing that they want. But when it pays out later, when it comes back later in return, they would appreciate it. Because let me tell you something. When I was younger, I wanted all the fabulous stuff. And my mother got it for me. And I appreciate it. But did my mother have my collar set up for me when I turned 18? No, she didn't. And at the same time, I didn't really want to go to school right away when I was 18. So that kind of helped. But still, for the children that do want to do certain things in their life and they do want to go to school, why can't we set them up? Like primary example, I have a 4-year-old and my 4-year-old is in a better position than my 17-year-old, because my 17-year-old, he's going to graduate from high school next year. Now, granted, I do have some, but I could have had more. But I did silly stuff with my money. So this is why I can come up here and talk to you about this, because I have been there and I have done that. So now that I'm thinking better and I am thinking wiser, I want to educate you the same way. And if you are looking for ways to help your child's future, please go to my website at www.ladykenterprisesinc.com and request. I do help families protect themselves, and I do help you find ways to grow your money. So I thank you for tuning in tonight. Continue to follow me on social media on Facebook and Instagram at Lady K Chat, and you guys have a wonderful night.
Lady K.